Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Cory Connors. Today's guest is Mr. Mark Pszczolkowski from Clorox. He is the principal R&D scientist. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing good, Cory. How are you?
Good, man. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into sustainable packaging?
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, I'm a principal packaging scientist at the Clorox company. I've had the fortune of working on a variety of different technical disciplines throughout my career, from films to non-wovens to now rigids as my primary focus. And so I've got a really fun role of helping build new product designs and trying to find solutions for some of our newer innovations and meeting new consumer needs.
I think you're the first person I've met that has worked on non-wovens. That's a very interesting and unique niche. What part of Clorox packaging is involved with non-wovens?
With non-wovens, if you look at the iconic Clorox wipes canister, there's a lot of work that we put in time to create that shape. And the non-woven space was when I was working on the substrate development specifically. So the actual white material that people use itself.
Very popular product. I know I've been a big fan of those and actually have a loop package with the wipes. So that's a really cool design. We can talk about that later, but I want to congratulate you on your win for the US Plastics Pact Award. Can you talk to us about that and how you got involved with it?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Cory. We at Clorox are very excited about this recognition for one of our newest innovations. I'd like for folks to understand a little bit about what the product is. So what we developed is a refill pod, which is a small bottle with a breakable closure. And so what you will do to use this at home, if this is the bottle that goes with the package, I've filled it already with water to our fill line. And all you need to do is twist the bottle onto it until it breaks, it dispenses, take it off, put the trigger back on, and you will be able to spray. And we're really excited about this because the US Plastics Pact highlights sustainable innovations that have a chance at really helping drive change in certain categories. Clorox is a maker of many products with trigger sprayers. So we feel it's a bit of our responsibility as leaders in the industry to continually disrupt ourselves, to keep improving on our products and focusing on innovations like these that are not just for us, but helping move the entire category so that we can all get to a more sustainable and like save on the amount of plastic that we are producing in products today. And so what is useful about this specific form that we got recognized for is it has significant plastic savings. You can see the size, it's approximately 2 inches in all 3 dimensions in a bottle shape, that to a traditional trigger sprayer that is much smaller. So you can imagine there is a large plastic savings, but we've also developed this thing to be recognized as curbside recyclable, a How to Recycles program. And so we wanted that balance of making sure that the pod has good savings, but we're also focused on its end of life as well.
That's amazing. What's it made out of?
This material is HDPE, high density polyethylene,
which is the number 2 plastic for those who aren't sure, and that is commonly referred to as the milk jug plastic. So very recyclable. Well done. Great idea. So when you sell the starter kit, like the box I'm seeing there on your desk, and that comes with a spray bottle and the one refill, and then in the future the consumer only has to buy the refills. That's the idea, right?
That's the idea. And notably in this box is an empty bottle. So we're not planning on shipping around a lot of extra water.
Now that's a huge point because so many years have gone by where we ship each other water, and to be used in a space that literally produces water, like the kitchen, the shower, which is kind of, like you said, unnecessary. So well done, and kudos to the Clorox company. That's a really smart invention. Well done.
Thank you.
So do you think concentrates are the future of sustainable packaging?
Oh, absolutely, Corey. I mean, every company is looking for ways to reduce water out of their packaging in this space, which makes things smaller, lighter, reduces our net environmental impact.
Yep.
And there's, of course, other benefits too to help and take advantage of our opportunity. Trigger sprayers are notorious for getting damaged in transit. And
Very
so
true. Mhm.
if we're moving to a small pod like this, not only is this its end of life more recyclable, but throughout our entire supply chain, I can now design our packaging more efficiently.
Incredible innovation. I love that it's curbside recyclable and reusable. One thing I noticed on the bottle even is it has a zipper to remove the shrink sleeve. If the consumer does plan to recycle the bottle, they could.
That's correct, Corey. For the bottle, we also have a curbside recyclable designation through How to Recycle if you remove the shrink sleeve. Yes.
I saw that bottle was on the desk or the table I was sitting at the Sustainable Packaging Coalition. People brought samples of different innovative packaging to the conference. What an event. And I was excited to see that. I took a video of it and posted it on TikTok, got a lot of attention. And so thank you for giving me some content there. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm here to help you, Corey.
Well, let's talk about other things that we could use this for. Is Clorox looking into other immediate products that will go into this kind of packaging?
So two questions there. We're very committed to our 2025 goals. You can bet that there are things we're working on, and I'm really hoping to be able to share some of those with you very soon. But
very PC answer, sir.
The way to think about this cap is anywhere as a packaging format. Now, we want to make sure the product is right for the application to be concentrated, but as a packaging format, this is compatible with most trigger spray products. So a way to think about how to use this package design is anywhere a trigger sprayer is used today could be an applicable source for this concentrate.
Man, what a brilliant idea. And what an important point is, hey, don't buy our bottle, just buy our product, just buy our concentrate and save yourself a fortune and help the environment and be more sustainable with packaging. What a great way to think of that. You know, you don't need to buy another sprayer bottle, although your company has created a convenient package for that. You could just use the one that you have.
Yeah, we do want to be careful, Corey, when it comes to the product. This specific product, this is a concentrated cleaner, so we want to make sure that people stay safe at home. So that's why we are having the bottle, the Clorox bottle with it.
Oh, I see. Because you want to use exactly the right amount of water and not make it too concentrated or too diluted. I see.
Or any kind of potential for people to mix the wrong chemistry at home from an old spray bottle.
Yeah, good point. And having the label on the bottle makes it very obvious as to what it is. So that's a safety concern too. So good point. Yeah, well said. Well, let's talk about some other things. Any other innovations that you're excited about that you've been working on?
Oh, Corey.
Still no, huh?
There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's quite a few things that I'm very excited about. I would be happy to tell you about them when they're coming out soon.
Gotcha. Deal. Anything else you want to tell us about, or any stories that you have of maybe challenges you encountered while designing this new product?
Sure, Corey. That's a great question. I think something I always think about as a packaging engineer designing something is like, is this something that I actually want to use?
Yeah.
And for the types of products that we're developing, there are very convenient forms already on the market, which is a spray bottle that you can just buy and then take home. And so for a concentrate to come in and replace that, we want to make sure that the product design is good.
Yep.
And so things that went into the development as certain considerations are, as you mentioned before, this is pre-measured. This refill pod has exactly the right amount of chemistry you need for a refill, which means you don't have to worry about overdosing or underdosing the right level. And then when you click it onto the bottle, there's no risk of spillage. You can ensure that it's safe for you to activate properly and do so in your home and not have that worry about spilling or other usage. So, but basically the act of doing the dilution at home was a key challenge to try and solve for and try to build as much of a delight factor into it as you can as well. We have an opportunity here to watch the solution dissolve more or less instantly as it's a liquid with the green color in. So you can see it more or less like dilute before your eye.
Really innovative, excellent design. Well done to you and your team. Very impressive. And I think you're right. I think this is a game changer for the future of sustainability of packaging. The amount of material that will be needed to ship this in perpetuity is so much less. Well done.
Hey, thank you so much, Cory.
So what's the best way for people to get in touch with you and your team over there at Clorox?
All right, so the best way to get a hold of us with any questions, feedback, and suggestions is visiting clorox.com/contact us. You can call or email us as a consumer packaged goods company. We are always happy to hear from people that love and use our products, and these products are available today. If you wanted to go out and perhaps try them yourselves, you can search for Clorox multi-purpose refillable spray cleaner. You can find it on Clorox.com in a variety of different venues.
Excellent. Well, thanks again, Mark, for being on the show. Really appreciate your time.
It was an absolute pleasure, Cory. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Landsberg Aurora, for sponsoring. If you're listening, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.